morning. Good morning. Look at me. What I meant to say was good afternoon. It's actually really late, but I wanted to kind of get on here to tell you guys a testimony update. The documentary had, I guess, grace that came out of this business. So a couple of weeks since I've been doing this business, there ain't been no income really coming in. And so I still continued my life, it just started. So I continued to build it up the best way that I could. Continue to build up the business, continue to talk to people, continue to encourage them because, I did a lot of research. And the research that I really want to share right now about my concerns in the city that we have right now is that right now it says the Center for the Disease Control recently released research on the increase in suicide in the United States. According to the report, suicides are up 30% since 1999. Nearly 45,000 people died from suicide in 2016, more than twice the number of homicides. In 54% of these deaths, there wasn't known mental health problem. Other studies show a similar rise in depression. So these businesses like this really matters. It might touch hearts. My stories might have touched somebody. Somebody might have put their knives down. They might have want to go ahead and eat their cornbread and chicken because they ain't got no time to do this stuff. And it's serious. So this business to me, yeah, I might be a little goofy and whatnot, but it's serious. Because there's people right now that needs people like us to be honest and be truthful and to let them know how much we care about them. So I just wanted to throw that out. Okay? Another thing that I wanted to say, during the business, we knew that I was trying to build up some income. I'm single mother of 2 kids. And then, I did go to college for just 8 weeks. And I ended up building this business and seeing if I can, get some income out of it. So on my birthday, I said there was miracles happening. 2 people were speaking. And then, I got a chance to see my brother. And then I saw my auntie Alicia, and she was the only one out of the group that gave me finance. She did. So she pretty much, she said it was for my birthday, but I said she donated towards the cause of the business because me and her were talking about that, about the business and stuff like that. And so literally 2 days, it's only the 19th, and I was continuing praying about my income because I know, I digged in my account and I was like, ooh. And even though a lot of people might say, oh, that's not much, but you got to be the one to put that money back and you praying for it, right? Well, I was praying. I said, God, ooh, I don't know how I'm going to squeeze all this stuff going on now after that hotel room. And I said, I got a lot of work I need to do. There's a lot of stuff that I need to do. And I got to make it. I got to figure it out. Well, there was something that I was waiting for. And, I know that my grandmother, I love her so much. She didn't mean to, but a crash happened with us. It did. And I was angry with my grandma. I'm going to be honest. I was really angry with her. I was angry with the whole entire family that I cut them off. Excuse me. I cut them off. I stopped talking to every single one of them for a while. Months. So months of me missing, they were all calling, and they're like, that's not like her, because she talks to all of us. I cut them off. We just now all started reuniting. We just all started talking. We all started getting back together. Today, I decided that I wanted to use the money to go get something to eat. I had enough in my car to pay my rent and everything. And so something told me that I needed to go to the mailbox. And before all this happened, I was having a dream. And the dream was so weird where this lady leads me straight. I said, do you know where my little brother is? Here I am in the dream looking for my little brother. She guides me straight to the door. Come to the door. I'm like, this lady, she don't know what she talking about. Look, come to the door. She knew what she was talking about. She shows me a daycare center. And then she shows me my mom and my grandmother. And then I tell my mom, my grandma, she looks so gorgeous. And then I tell my mom, I said, do you know where Alan is? I'm looking for him. Do you know where my brother is? And so she's like, no. I said, okay, well, I got to find him, Mom. It was good seeing you. I got to see where Alan is. And then she said, no one cares about me. You see what I'm talking about? No one cares. So she's expressing her feelings. I said, all right. And I walk out. I'm on this bus. And I turn around. And I see my father again. See my dad. And my dad says to me, he says, I know you tried to help, but your brother really needs to get out the house. And so I immediately, I don't know what it was, woke up. And I was like, okay. Remind you, 2 weeks ago, my dad came in my dream again. He tells me about some documents. He did. And then it was so weird. The dream started getting gloomy. Poof, he jumps right back in the dream. He jumps back in the dream and he says, snack, he said, make sure when you do your business, snack time, 9:45. And I remember the time. So I'm starting to write this in my comments that I created. And all of a sudden, that time I go outside to the mailbox, I saw the documents that I've been waiting for. Now, this time, I see him. I awoken. I go to the shoe store. Before I even head to the shoe store, something said that I needed to check that mailbox. This is after I had this dream. I go check that mailbox. The documents of the settlement, it's settled. It's here. I have nothing to worry about for a while. And I was so scared. I was so scared about how, and even though during my finance of me being scared, I was still getting blessed. I was still increased. I just was like, I need to find some type of, something needs to be coming in, something. And then I knew that I was waiting on the settlement for a while. We had the crash in 2017. It came in literally after my birthday. 2 days after my birthday. My birthday was the 17th. My settlement came on the 19th. So I know that there is a God. I just wanted to tell you guys something personal. And you guys need to understand here that I am young. I am 24 years old. And I lived a life. But during me living those lives, it didn't stop me from getting to where I need to go. I am challenging myself to let these young people know that, first off, there's anybody that's dealing with depression. There's someone out here that had the same position as you. Her dad died in her eyes, and now, God grace, I didn't see my daddy a little bit too much to where I can't cry no more. I'm like, Daddy, how much time you go? You must be here now. Look, makes me feel like he ain't even dead. I didn't see my daddy so many times now. I see my daddy so many times. With my mom, he brings the family in so many times. So where I'm letting you guys know the story about Marquela the Life Speaker, to where these stories weren't easy. But I wanted to change someone's life. I wanted to tell people my story so they know that you are loved and you deserve to be in this very life, and you should not want to die, because your body deserves to be on earth. You shouldn't want to kill yourself just because life hits you. You should be the reason why you want to live. You know what? I had a grace. My mom said, I heard you. I heard you. That made my day. Now, I want you guys to understand that me and my mom had a life. And when I removed myself from my mom for a while, my mom had a mental shutdown. And a lot of people were looking for me because they knew how me and my mom was connected. But I had to disconnect because I had to get my mind right, because I was under attack. I was in my own mind. I did not know what to do. I felt like I had so much burdens on me to where I did not know how to help this family. I had to take care of my daughter. My daughter rents out my house. I felt like a horrible freaking parent. I had to do a whole lot of things. My dad drops dead in my eyes. I had to hold my mother and her blood is on my pants. I had a life. And a lot of people would come up to me and say, you just think you good now. Well, let me tell you, before all this happened, I was a sex addict because I felt like this is it. Because I felt like I could never find love. I could never find someone that loves me for me. So I just run and let dudes do whatever they want to do for me. Whatever they wanted. But it was wrong because I catch diseases back to back. My life is not perfect, and it wasn't. And you would hear people in those videos tell you, oh no, that girl lived a life. My parents, I had babies at young age, family members gossiping. You know what I'm saying? About it. It was horrible. Horrible. But guess what? I'm here. I'm alive. And I'm changing. And the only reason why I am thankful for the struggle, because I probably would have never knew that I was a businesswoman. I probably wouldn't have knew I was a businesswoman for lives. I probably wouldn't know that I was a life coach. I probably wouldn't knew that I can really encourage young souls. I probably wouldn't knew that I can be the one to help someone. I probably wouldn't know that. So yes, like my friend's mother said, I am thankful for the struggle. I just wanted to get on here and tell you guys a little testimony about God is real. Listen to those dreams. Pay attention to those dreams. Pay attention to those dreams. You see something that's touching you, you better follow it. Because it's God communicating with you in your dreams. It's God. It's God. And God brings the one you love to communicate through them. It's God. It's God. God brought my daddy in with a fresh cut with striped red his shirt on. I know that's my daddy now. My daddy always had his head bald headed. He ain't want that hair for all that. No, my daddy had a fresh cut, bald headed. My daddy was bald headed. You know what I'm saying? He like to be a bald headed man. Thick, bony, bald headed man. That was my daddy. You know? And he comes in to tell me, strong and confidence is what you got. He says, I know you tried to help. So I'm just trying to tell you guys about the ones that you lost. You only won, baby. You on the ground right now, honey. You can get up, honey. Every time people tell me that I couldn't make it, baby. And then a lot of people think that right now I act bougie. But they don't realize, no, oh no, she ain't bougie. If you witness death in your eyes and you got blood, somebody's flesh and blood on your jacket, get at your girl. You trying to make sure you scoot your daddy and he drops dead, poof, and hit his head somewhere. Get at me, baby. Your dad is so scared to even hug you. Oh, yeah, tell me, get at me. Yeah, I heard that loud noise. It's not easy. I wanted to tell something so deep. You know why? You know why? That's why it couldn't be really outside in people's churches. Because I was too blunt. I wanted to tell people about blood. I wanted to tell people about something that would really, like the guy in the movie, and I said in the movie, like the guy in his document, and he said that someone stabbed him in a knife in his chest. His stepmama did that and made him eat the throw up. You feel me? So I'm trying to tell you my daddy was foaming out the mouth, and I tried to get him, and poof, there it is. He drops down dead on the ground. And everybody pulling me, and I'm trying my best to understand what's going on, why he's talking. And I can't, and I'm getting handed everything. And it's been like that all my life. I've been handed all things. It was hard for me. And then finally broke free for a while. And everyone was going through it when I left. When I left, oh, I was scared. I didn't want to leave. But I had to only come back with a legacy. When they saw my dress that I created, oh my God. When they found out that I was building a website, oh my God. When they found out that I made a YouTube channel, oh my God. I had to silence myself for a while because God called me to talk in my own unique way. God called me to do something different than other people. God knew that I was very nervous and shy, but God knew that I was loud somewhere, so He sent me somewhere different. He knew that I can talk, so He sent me on YouTube. He knew that I can type like no tomorrow. So he knew that I was trying to create the business on Facebook, but it never worked out because I might have had 1,000-something friends, but they weren't really serious about what I wanted to talk about. And most of the times I would post something, it would be something that I was really blunt with, but people would try to tell me certain stuff. So God said, how about we lead you out of Facebook? Would you go? And I led out. And it was scary at first, so I was drawing back to that Facebook page. But God said I needed to do this if I really wanted to help these people who had suicide. Because if a young man comes up to me and tell me that he wants to kill himself, and then 2 weeks later he comes and say he was doing his community service, and then all of a sudden he gets a job there for doing his community service, and then on top of that, he ended up getting his own place. So if a person can come up to you and tell you they don't want to live, they don't even believe in all that God stuff, and then all of a sudden he said, I almost lost my faith there, but God's been doing some things for me. So I'm telling you, Dupree, you saw that young man down there in that YouTube channel. It's no joke. I want to fight for the people who cannot fight for themselves. I want to be able to show people that families can work together. I want to do that. I want to be able to make a change. You know how many opportunities I have right now because of this business? Many. You know how many people that want me off this camera right now and into their business? Many. You know how many opportunities came my way because they've been watching these videos? Many. And now look, my settlement just came since I followed God's wishes. So did God tell me to do this? Yes, He did. There was no way after this business. And I'm praying for finance, finance, continuing praying and praying and praying and praying and praying and praying. Then poof! Me and my babies are safe. And we already been safe. But I'm saying we're okay for right now, for a while. For a minute. Until I get blessed with some good income. But for right now, we good. We real good. For a while. There's nothing that you can say to me that makes it excuse. A lot of my single friends that don't have children always have excuses on reason why they can't do it. But I'm here to tell y'all I have a huge story for that. Because, you know, honestly, there's no excuse. I was a single parent. I'm still a single parent. I might be a parent, yeah. But you and I are still human beings. There's things that I have to go along without my children. And I remember before I didn't have my kids, I was wild just like everybody else. I have my momentums. But don't look at me as if I'm just forgotten where I came from. What happened is where I came from, forgotten that I still love them. And just because I had to really take care of myself and got out of that darkness does not mean that I don't love y'all. I love everybody. Everybody just need to return it back sometimes. But see, God's unconditional love was huge. Because he seen somebody like me, there was no way that God was not going to bless this young lady. And he brought miracle. I think that was miracle in that dream. Coming in there. And I told her, you know where my little brother at. And she go, I'm like, I don't think this lady know where we going. We going the wrong door. I was negative to that. It sounded like me, but when we came in there, we went to the right door. She had my mom and my grandma up in that door. She was right. So Miracle know what she talking about now. Miracle ain't crazy. Miracle know what she talking about and where we headed. And Miracle was up in that party. When I have this business, I bring Miracle. Something always tells me, when you bring this business, anywhere you bring that cardboard right there, you must bring Miracle. It told me that. And I started bringing Miracle, sitting there chilling. Because miracle makes miracle happens. And when you're hopeless and lost, miracle is what really brings the life brought back together. I just wanted to get on here to let you guys know that God is real. He made a huge impact into my heart. I mean, I was underneath a water when I was little. And I had a seizure underneath the water. I could have drowned in there. But God got me out of that water when I was younger. This was before I even had my kids. And then after that, I was in that hospital back to back with seizures. I had diseases from the sex back to back. Shots back to back. I would not stop until my babies came. And when the baby came, I slowed down, but I was still going. Then I was removed from an area. I slowed down tremendously, but I still kept going. Then all of a sudden, I Well, I was always been in church, but I ended up going to another church, and I felt something in that church. Was there for so long, and I started changing my life around. The name of the church was Southwest Ministries, and then it became Life Change, where we built family and we changed lives in Christ. The church, we had a lot of problems. Everybody went ham in there. The church was just like the streets, really. It wasn't no difference, but everybody was in there was human beings and broken souls. Even though we all did not agree with each other, and we all actually had some problems in there. But if you ain't got no problems, then you ain't living it. Ain't nobody in here perfect. We had problems in our church. We did. But I'm here to say, just because you have some problems in churches, it's just like the streets. You have problems in streets. Wherever you going, you're still going to have some problems. Just remember that. But strong in confidence during those problems is what makes you better. Sometimes we just leave places before our blessings come. I was one of them. Some places I really did have to go because I know my mind wasn't there. But I couldn't leave church completely. I could have if I wanted to, but that's not what I wanted to do because I knew in this business that I needed to be covered. I needed to be covered. And I knew that God was my covering, and I needed to make sure that when I was in my church, that sometimes I got there on that altar to get prayed for not just me, but for everyone that I'm talking to. You know, talking to people who are dealing with depression is not easy. Because sometimes they'll get frustrated with you. They will yell at you. So you have to be strong in confidence. Because you do not want to be conflicting with your clients. So in this business, it became really real. And that's why I said it. It was some difficulties in this business. But see, God created it for a reason. Because he knew somebody here that wanted to talk. He knew it. And it was me. I just needed to be strong in confidence. A lot of people wanted me at their church to speak. A lot of people wanted me in their building to work. So many people wanted me somewhere. But God kept sending people voices and telling me, blog. And God kept sending people voices, strangers, telling me, YouTube. And then all of a sudden, God sent another strange woman in my dream. And I was scared at first. I'm like, this lady don't know where she taking me. And she opened the door, and I see my mom and my grandma. So I'm trying to tell y'all that sometimes don't be afraid. Because them strangers, you entertaining angels. And Miracle, every time she come in here, she's bringing forth some angels. All I'm saying here is that even though you may not believe in God, I hope my stories that you've been listening to touch you. Because my daughter running out my house at the age of 7 years old, and me I'm too thick-boned, so I'm out of breath, foaming out the mouth trying to get the girl. But God stopped her. She stopped right at my dad's place he died at. She stopped. That baby could have got hit. I could have had to plan a funeral. Something could have happened. I was even afraid and intimidating to where I didn't think I could take care of her no more after she did that. It was a lot going on in my mind when I saw this girl like this. But unfortunately, baby girl was just depressed. But she's getting very smart. She knows how to read very great. She's a dancer. Her little sister is so gorgeous. Baby girl loves to be underneath me so much. Great kids. Great kids. They were grounded for so long. And I was thinking about them, and I said, I need to get them babies some shoes, because their shoes is busted because they've been grounded. I had my kids on groundation. After that run away, she was on a strict groundation. I said, you're going to wear them regular shoes forever. But it's time to get my baby some new shoes, because them baby shoes is talking. So, mistakes happen. And, when you're dealing with children, it's not easy either. My baby ran out like she was a teenager or something. You know what I'm saying? But God stopped her. And she was grounded. She's been grounded for a while over here. She was grounded. No outside, no nothing for weeks. And after a while, she's like, Mama not playing. We ain't wearing them new shoes in a minute now. We got new shoes, and Mama didn't have. She's probably on here watching. Baby girl knows how to go to my Facebook. Baby girl knows how to go to my YouTube channels. She is smart. She literally tell people that Mommy Marquela the life speaker. And she sends people here to watch me. So I'm just saying, for those who have lost their loved ones, and those who had depression, and those who are currently dealing with suicide thoughts, I want to just let you guys know what God did for me. You know what I'm saying? I literally hurt myself a couple of times right in front of my babies. And my daughter was really, really scared. Thank God, I still have them. Because during that time when my dad died, I wasn't me. I was already depressed before he died. And then I got more depressed. So it was more stress. But right when I got to counseling, y'all, and then when I got some good mental health, then I went to college. I started doing some productive things. God was with me. And all I'm telling you, that God will be with you. All you got to do is do something productive. And you'll see the change in you. You'll feel good, man. That you finally got out of this depression. And it didn't have no power over you. All I'm saying is that Marquela the Light Speaker, where we help cure those hearts, this business was created for a lot of reasons. I was always the go-to. Everybody came to me, even strange. Like today, someone came and asked me, where the people's at? So in this, everybody would always come for me to help. They always came to me. Do you know where this at? Do you know where that? I'm like, what in the world? So Marquela the Light Speaker had built her own creation because she knew that a lot of people would come to her for help. A lot of people would seek advice to her. A lot of people would just come to her. They didn't want to go to nobody. So she thought about it, and she's like, you know what? It would be nice if I just go ahead and build my own business and talk about these, do these movies and scripts, and go ahead and let these people know that Marquela the Light Speaker, where we help cure those hearts, is serious. Yeah, she's goofy. She is a very goofy person. She doesn't take nothing that serious because God wants you to enjoy the works of your labors. So he doesn't want you to be, taking everything serious and being bossy. I'm not a boss. I'm a manager. And I'm that type of manager that loves to take care of everybody else, but she lacks of taking care of her. That was the type of manager I was. Now I'm strong and confident of making sure I'm taking care of people, but also taking care of myself as well. And Marquela the Light Speaker is really cool because it talks about her. You know what I'm saying? But you'll see different people coming into her program to talk about how they overcame their stuff. Because this program is Marquela the Life Speaker, where we help cure those hearts. But you'll see different people like Dupree. And then if you click on my blog, you'll see other people who's talked about their lives to encourage other people. So Marquela the Life Speaker, where we help cure those hearts, it's just a whole program to where these people are just talking about their lives. Okay? Like I said, it is a godly thing. But I just wanted to do this to where people understand it's not about who bahala Jesus with me. I'm different. I am caring. I'm not that person that's going to push you to do anything you don't want to do. I'm not going to put you in a position where you're irritated, frustrated. I am going to be very patient with you. I am going to take care of you like you're my own. I am like a mother, and I am. I will make you feel like you're loved. I will put everything on you. Seriously. So I'm working on putting that stuff on me first. Then put it on my children. And so God was with me on today. And He's going to be with you too. I just wanted to give you some updates on Marquela the Life Speaker tonight, that God really was with me. I don't have to worry about my finance for a minute. Because God's going to continue to supply that. This business was already paid in full anyways. He showed that on today. This business was paid in full. It's paid in full. There's nothing that I can really worry about right now because He paid for this business. He said He will give you riches with no sorrows. So there's nothing sorrow about this. There's nothing wrong about this. God is going to supply all your needs. So He's paid for you guys. This talking is rich talking. I got money in my mouth. And so God delivered me to be able to talk to you guys about this, because a lot of people would look at me and think that I didn't know what I was talking about. But now, when they see all that down there, they'll know what I'm talking about. In person, I'm still working on that human being stuff. So I'm asking God strong in confidence when it comes to humans. Because I used to be. It's a time I used to be so close to everybody. I was in groups. I was a baby that was always in groups now. So how you come from a baby from groups to not liking nobody? You don't want to be around nobody. You're like, ooh. I wasn't like that before, But see, when you're broken and you're hurt, you got to be delivered from it still. So you back off, you isolate yourself, and sometimes you get completely isolated to where some people trying to pull you out. But it's going to be all right, because God's still going to work through and help you make it through these tough times. And I believe every single family member, any person who took the time out to go on my blog, there was people that was sitting on that blog for 10 minutes, 20 minutes, okay? And even though they might not have said nothing, but I'm not even irritated now, because God just paid in full for this business. So you guys got a voice that's paid in full. God was going to make sure that I get paid. There was no way that He was going to have His baby sitting over here talking all day long, and her voice is this gorgeous. She's talking about life all day long. So God will send a little change for me in this business. He did, actually. God, He sent me to watch somebody's baby. So I was a babysitter. And I got paid to babysit. Yep. God randomly sends people sending me money. Yep. And then now it showed one time in the dream God showed stacks of money, backs of money. I'm like, what? God was showing some money, some wealth. And so I just wanted to let you guys know that God can and will supply all your needs. You know, no, we don't forget where we come from. Just sometimes what's yours is what's yours. And you cannot share it with everybody. I'm a sharing queen. And so a lot of people, when I start being stingy, they don't like that. Because I'm a sharing queen. But sometimes in life, you can't share everything. What God says is yours to keep. When he says this is yours, this is yours. And see, in my mind, before I even got on here, instead of having Let's Help Each Other page on the Facebook, I wanted to have something with my name on it. I did. And that's when I found it. People were like, so many coworkers were like, blog, 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 blog. And most importantly, I just said, okay. And I got on there. And even though it wasn't too many people on there, God knew what he was doing. Because I started seeing some blessings come since I got in this business. So I seen what God was doing for me. And God can do that for you too. So I just wanted to give you a longer time to let you know that Miracle is gorgeous. And she makes the world so different. And this girl, I swear on everything I love, is so beautiful. And she would make you laugh. You know, and that lady in that dream, I said, what? I'll say she was a miracle. Because you didn't even know, you don't know how you know. What you take me to? What door you take me to? She showed me my grandma and my mom. So I just wanted to tell you guys that when God said that he will be with you, he will. I just got out my shell. I just got now out my door now. I'm outside. I'm able to talk to people. I'm able to now relieve this. I'm starting to get around people now. Everybody's shocked because they're like, whoa, what happened now? I had to take me time. I had to breathe for months. I was in hibernation mode. I was like a butterfly. I had to stay in my little net thing for a while. And then I burst out to my goals and dreams. Marquetta the Light Speaker, where we help cure those hearts. She created her own little beautiful dress. Plan on making another one in a couple of months. And then most importantly, she has offered some babysitting options. You know, if you need her to babysit, she also offers you know, if you need help with your papers or you need help with your documents or something like that, she offers private sections for conversations about, you know, your feelings, your feeling and everything like that. She's able to talk to you. She offers a lot of stuff on that blog. You can simply subscribe that blog, subscribe the YouTube channel, and the young lady will get in contact with you. Like I said, she has everything set up the way that God had it planned for her. So this business is a godly business. It is, because it was not really me. It takes courage to do something like this, especially after death. But God called me to do this because he knew what I was writing. I was writing and planning life. I've been doing it for years. I would pretend to be like I'm in a business meeting with myself, and then all of a sudden I came out. And that's when my business actually literally started getting live. Like, there was many people that wanted to get into the business. There's many people that wanted to get into this. And so they're like, what's your blog page? I would love to read what you're talking about. Or, oh, where's your YouTube channel? That's really cool. You know, I want to hear what you're talking about. And so, Marquetta the Light Speaker, where we help cure those hearts, she came about because she knew that she needed to find something to do because she only worked 2-3 days out of the week due to childcare problems. But also, it worked out for a reason because she was able to spend time with her kids, be a mother, and then work on the weekends. So it fits her, because she could not work like that while her children were really out there like this. And so now I can't say I can't work because look at me now. I am working. So I am working at a clothing store, and then I also work online, Marquetta the Life Speaker, where we help cure those hearts. So I do have 2 jobs. It doesn't matter the finances. It takes great courage to do something like this because God did cover this whole business. So for the most part, I completely, for a week, for the birthday, I blowed up Facebook and everything, and I was just talking away, and then all of a sudden I had to obey God's wishes. Something kept telling me that I could not be glued so much into a Facebook page. I had to be glued into my website. And although a lot of people wanted me to move my website to that Facebook, God said no, because my stories were on there, but a lot of people were taking it and putting it out of context. And so the goal plan was, for God, I knew that He said, I'm going to get her out of this. And He did. And that's where that blog came from. God. He wanted to make sure that I was able to express my feelings without me feeling like I couldn't say certain stuff. Because when it comes to stories, you have to tell the real parts, not just parts of it. And so I was so blunt and so straightforward because that's how I always been. It was too much for some people. I had to move. Was it private? Just for friends? No, actually, nobody was on there. It was actually a project for Jesus. And then people from different countries started coming on this blog. I saw visitors. I see my future. As long as I know that someone is visiting, all I know is that God is going to make sure He supplies the next. God don't want us rushing because somebody else is telling us to. Because sometimes their plans is not ours. It's theirs. And this is my business. And a lot of people been wanting to get on board. Some people want to get over. You know what I'm saying? They want to be the boss over me in this business. And that's why it's called Marquetta the Life Speaker, where we help cure the hearts. No, nobody's over me. I'm the manager. But there's going to be other people speaking on their stories because it's theirs to tell. So Marquetta the Life Speaker, where we help cure those hearts, it's her program. But there's going to be other people speaking in her program. Don't get it twisted. That's why my name's up here. And it's mine. It's nothing like calling your own. Nothing in Marquetta the Life Speaker will change. Nothing. Because a lot of people would try to get over when it comes to someone like a voice like me. Many of people wanted me at their church. But I'm already booked, But also, then they questioned me and saying, then why you're not speaking at your church then? It's not about all that. It's about the fact that I'd rather be on camera. Because I'm blunt. I'm outside the world. I'm an evangelist, a person who travels. I'm a person who travels and get different souls. I'm a person that's talking outside of that. People who don't want to go to church at all. I'm the church. I'm the person that goes to church and go to these people, let them know I go to church, and if they don't want to come, I just talk to them, encourage them, and send them on their way to safety. And hopefully hope that this changed their lives. That's who I am. I've encouraged so far a lot of men. I've encouraged a lot of women. I've prayed over a lot of people. So I'm just letting you guys know that Marquella the Light Speaker, this is her business. But there's going to be eventually some people on this channel speaking upon their stories, encouraging other people. I am going to be outside the world interviewing my people from this business. And that's where that party was pretty much celebrating a birthday, but also a business, showing you how Marquella the Light Speaker's finna be. It's not just going to be me speaking. Sooner or later down the line, I'm going to plan on getting more of my speakers to tell their stories. I'm going to be interviewing people. I'm going to be talking to them. I'm going to be doing that. I'm the manager. They are the speakers. I have a lot of great speakers that are comfortable to where they are nervous to speak on front of people, but they're going to be more comfortable to speak like this. So I know that I can bring my peoples on this camera. So I'm letting you guys know that Marquella the Light Speaker is about to be definitely a great program that you don't want to miss. We're going to definitely be coming outside, seeing the fresh air, looking at the waters. We're going to definitely not just be in the house. Sooner or later, we're going to be traveling the city. I see us going huge. And that's why my team is building. My workers are here. I have a lot of talkers on my team. I have a great person. She is the woman who gave me birth. And I plan on definitely getting her to speak lively to you guys soon. I plan on bringing the whole entire family who were involved in that crash live. I'm telling you, my thoughts and my plans are not my thoughts or my plans. They're God's plans. And that's why a lot of people are going to be very, very shocked. But Marquella the Light Speaker, where we help cure those hearts, is a huge program. And we are definitely going to go somewhere in this. I see daycare centers where we can help. I see adult daycares too. I also see complexes. People that we can just go ahead and rent out together so that we can all be together. I see a community coming huge to where those who are depressed, shut in, they can't even leave the facility. They can't leave it because they're going to have a full watch. They're going to have someone watching them. I see a lot. A lot of people do too. So don't get it twisted. I even saw one of my peoples that's going to be on the team. I'm going to interview her soon, where she said she likes to deal with behavior. She can definitely help me out in that area because that's something that I've said that I was going to do. So there's going to be certain people going to be in certain things that we're going to be building something huge. I see Dancing Little Fighters coming soon. I'm seeing something where my rappers are coming. I'm seeing my dancers, my makeup artists. I know who I'm picking. They all are coming. My silent people are the loudest ones. My groups are the ones that have been the closest to me, the ones that get on my nerves. But they love me, and I love them. And I know that our team, oh, it's coming. Because they see me, and they watch me, and they go on my blog, and they read my stuff. And they might not respond to me, but they be on there for about 10 to 20 minutes, and they read that. And they watch everything that I talk about. And they're like, whoa, girl, I know you had that. It's not even me. This is not me. It's God. The God working through me. The old me has been put away for eternal life. I don't even know where that girl went. Miracles happen to those who believe, to those who pray. I am very new and very intelligent. People be trying to play me and finance me. They can't do that. They can't finance Quay. Because Jesus gave me the abundant life to be aware. God is a great God, guys. He's our Alpha. He's our Omega. He's someone who's going to make sure that he supply all our needs. Baby girl, put down that. You do not have to settle for less. You're beautiful. Young man, you do not have to do that. Because when God says that he can give you riches without sorrow, he meant that. A lot of people are looking at me now, and some see that I'm getting sick. But guys, don't worry about me getting sick. Don't worry about it. Because I had to do this program for you guys. When God sent me to do these great things for you guys. Because when God said he'll heal every bone in my body, he will. My eyes itch. It's been itching for a while. My nose is stuffy. I just got allergies. Sometimes it's hard for me to get up out of bed. But I'm going to be okay. Because God delivered me. He delivered me, and he's going to deliver you. This business has been tough. It's been so tough. But I had to do it. I had to challenge myself because I care. I don't fake care. I don't just pretend. I don't just do it just to get some credit out of it. I love. Because God gave me that. I want you to be okay. I want you to be safe. And my TT Alicia, she showed me that she loved me. Her love was real, and it was kind of scary. That's how you know you love, when you get scared of it. God will make sure that you will not work alone. God will make sure you won't be alone. I was trying to move from everybody for a while, and all of them moved with me. I was trying to push a lot of people around, and all of them pushed right on the side of me. Wherever I go, they were going. Wherever I moved, they were moving. I'm like, leave me alone. And they still was with me. Why? Because I remain kind. I really want to also talk about a topic about reasons on to being kind. Continue to be kind-hearted, man. You don't know what that will touch by you continuing to be kind-hearted. Just because people have broken you so much, don't mean you need to stop being kind. You need to continue to be just that. like I said, I'm right back to the stage where I am glued in to Marquetta the Light Speaker. I cannot stay on the social media because that's not where I'm headed. Like social media, I had over 100,000. I had 100 views. I had 1,000 friends, all that. But I'd rather start from scratch for 2 to 3, 4 and build myself up. I'm going to be all right. And even though a lot of people are now wanting me to be on their team, I have to build mine first. I plan on doing it big and donating. But for now, I just started out. And I still need an increase. God's going to keep on going in this business. So just know that Marquetta the Light Speaker, where we help cure those hearts, she's got something big in store for you guys. Eventually, you're going to see other people on here. She's a program. You're going to see other people on here speaking, other than me. You're going to see other people tell you their stories, and it's going to touch your heart. You're going to see people that were on drugs. You're going to see people who got beaten. You're going to see people that had a whole life. Yeah. You're going to see different people sooner or later. You know what I'm saying? When they're ready. When they're ready. You're going to even see a lot of other people. Marquetta, where we help cure those hearts, right? We're going to cure it. Thank you. Have a very great day.